Alright, here's some things to do to your backyard to keep it nice and cool. I do wood chips and some grass. This doesn't take very much water. It's kind of mostly Bermuda, which is this little grass that grows like a vine. Comes back pretty easily. Drought tolerant. And real easy to grow. Shade, planted these trees. We got a Siberian elm, kind of frowned upon, but boy, these things grow fast. This was planted 2022, so about 3 years, and look at that. I can have a picnic under this. So much shade. I cut a lot of the branches off because I want it to grow more upward, but boy, it definitely changes the temperature. That tree is a golden locust. That's taken forever to grow. I think that's like 15 years and hasn't grown very much, but I kind of like it because it lets in some sun, not all, so it offers good shade. Apple, peach. Paint everything outside a light color, I would advise. Learned that from this thing. This shed had a rusty old top. So I was trying to figure out how to keep it cool, and eventually I painted the roof white. That helps out a lot. Put these vents in. Insulation. But the white roof and the tree behind it has done the job. That is a volunteer. I did not plant that one. Little garden with some camo netting helps it stay cooler. And some light stucco. Reflects a lot of that heat. Painted the patio cement, a light tan. Same with these pavers. That used to be red brick. Painted those. Pretty much anything. Alright, so what's the temperature we have out here? 83, maybe. And I think the local temp inside said 88. So that's a 5-degree difference. And that's a local temperature. That's not from far away. That's from 4 or 5 blocks that way. Wordy. Alright, we'll take a look at the front of the house. So this house also has these vents in between the ceiling and the roof. That's out hot air. And there's 4 of them. There's 2 in the front and 2 in the rear. 1 down there. What I do for these is just keep them the way they are for the summertime. But in the wintertime, I block them off with these. And I find my heating bill goes down from, what, $65 to $32. So that's a big savings. So I definitely recommend that. What do you think, Gordy? Not too hot? Comfy? Alright. Alright, this is what I did in the front of the house. More light colors. Nice big shade. Shade tarp, maybe? Shade fabric. I've had that for 3 years now. I take it down in the winter time. Put it back up in the summertime. It's lasted really good. Kind of let this ivy do its thing. Excuse me. Kind of put up these trellises so it has somewhere to climb. Hopefully by the end of this year, this will all be full. Toby painted it a lighter color again. Stucco, lighter color, helps it keep cool. Excuse me, sorry. Everything I could paint white, I painted white. Garbage can, water meter. Yeah, that's like rusty steel. So I painted that. Painted some of the neighbors. Light color. More grass. This gets less water. I just water the tree really, and then this grass starts growing, so I'm okay with that. Cactus, these things started growing, so bees like it, so I let it grow. That tree, geez, that tree is really taking off. That tree's only like 7 years old. On sale at the Depot. That is a mulberry tree. It actually has mulberries. The birds love them. Let's go up top, see what I've done to the roof. Gotta reflect that heat. Anything the sun hits. It's a nice white TPO roof. That's the water line for the swamp cooler, so it won't get hot. Insulated this bubble wrap with some white paint. Oh, that's nice and cool to the touch. Awesome. Keep that air cool. Paint everything you can white. Alright, I'll show you one other trick I've got up my sleeve. So when you got a swamp cooler on, which is one of these evaporative coolers, it sucks in the cool air, well, hot air, through the wet filter, moisture makes it cool, and it gets sucked in through the fan, down the tube, the ductwork, and goes into the house. But that hot air's got to go out of the house, out of the rooms. Usually got to keep a window open. I don't like keeping a window open because dust gets in, water gets in if it rains. And so I made these things. It's like a little exhaust vent for the hot air. And all the hot air gets pushed out of that. That's in the dining room on the other side. I'll show you the other side in a second. And water doesn't get in that. Dust doesn't get in that. Bugs don't get through that. Noise, not so much because of the way that it's rounded. Alright, let's go show the other side of that. Alright, this is what the other side looks like. Just these, kind of like an exhaust vent. I got on Amazon, 8 inches from here to here. Put on some bug netting. This is from the hardware store. Just painted it black and bend it in a circle. That's it. This is like a little wood frame that I made little cut off. Wintertime, it's got like a little insert of styrofoam that goes in there, and then I put this on and keeps all buttoned up for the wintertime. Put that in the bedrooms and the living room. That's it. Alright. There's another one right in the corner. Let's check out the temperature for today. Alright, let's refresh this. Okay, so 89. That's my neighborhood. Let's go take a look. Alright, still 82 or 83, 6-degree difference. So, totally worth your time. And paint. Also painted the center block wall tan, which is gray. Yeah, Harbor Freight, you can get like a little paint sprayer for 40 bucks. And you just spray it, or else it would be that dark. You don't need that. So if you got any good ideas, hit that like button and start doing what you can. It all makes a difference. Every little bit helps, that's for sure. Even the grill out here, black bare metal, absorbs heat. So I just took an old bed sheet and covered it up. Now it's warm. It cools to the touch, but better than black metal. Alright, thanks for watching. Say goodbye, Gordy.